Hello, beach friends. Today we're going to check out Lovers Key State Park over at Fort Myers Beach, Florida. I had some pretty spectacular luck snorkeling not too long ago, so I wanted to try my luck over here and see what I might be able to find. I'll look for whatever we can find on the beach, we'll do some snorkeling, and we'll definitely keep an eye on the weather because Florida summer weather can be quite unpredictable. Then I'm going to show you what I think is the most beautiful part of the beach on Lovers Key. So if you're ready to spend some time beachcombing and seeing beautiful Lovers Key State Park, let's go to the beach. So we're making our way over to the beach proper, and it is a little bit of a walk, but you will see on this bridge that there is room for a tram. So there is a tram that will bring you much closer. You don't have to walk quite as far. And there is a lovely little kiosk here that will show you what you might find. So be sure to check that out if you do come here. Maybe figure out what shells you found, what goodies you found. Now, it looks beautiful, but what was a little bit weird as I was walking over there is I could actually hear the water, and that is unusual. Typically, it's not very loud. You really kind of got to get right on top of the water in order to hear it, but I heard it as I was approaching, and I was thinking, uh-oh, I plan to go snorkeling, but we'll just have to see. It is a little bit windy, not what I expected. Sure, it's sunny out for now, but I'm gonna have to just keep an eye on everything. Look, a rainbow. A rainbow said, hey, thanks for coming. And hey, happy to be here. Now, the plan was to get here. It is high tide in a little while. Right now it's 8:10. So hopefully we'll walk the beach. And as the tide goes out, we'll have a little bit better luck in shelling. So right away, I see there's not a whole lot going on here. And that's okay, because my favorite part to shell is down at the south end of the island. So that's what I'm going to do. Just kind of make my way down there, see what we kind of find along the way. A little bit of seaweed, a little bit of stuff. Oh, I saw a piece of a big lightning milk. Had to make sure it wasn't the real deal. Had to make sure it was only a piece. So there's common stuff. There's things here. We'll find stuff. We'll just keep walking. See what we find. Okay, a broken Florida fighting conch. It's like breadcrumbs. Nice morning. Nobody's out. Got the place to myself. And what do I spy? Crazy, right? This tiny little button snail. Look at that. Cool. All right. That's the first keeper of the day. And a little lightning whelk. Awesome. Guess we're finding something. All right, another lightning whelk. And one of those worm snails. I like them, they're weird. What else? Okay, a bubble with a little hole. Yeah. And spiny jewel box. He merely has little lumps on them. That looks like it'd be maybe a good day for tinies. Here, speaking of tiny, there's a little bubble. And a sunray Venus. All right, the one side's broken and the other side has a drill hole. Kind of cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep the side with the drill hole. There's a spiny jewel box. He's got a little spike on him. All right, cool. We'll keep that. Oh, all right, a piece of a sand dollar. So they're here. I was really hoping to find a couple. We'll see. And a little scallop. All right, cool. It's a pretty little guy. Oh, and a little olive. Awesome, nice and pointy, glossy. A little lettered olive. All right, and a kitten paw. Now they come in all sorts of different kind of, I would say, shapes. They look pretty much like this, but they can look a little bit different. And a jingle. Okay, and someone had told me the back of these have a little mark that looks like baby's feet, and I'm kind of trying to look for a baby's feet mark, but not on that one. That's okay. We're still going to keep that jingle anyway. Coquina, the little butterfly shell. They have the prettiest colors, those little baby clams. All right, another one of those West Indian worm snails. And a spiny slipper snail. See another one of those. Yep, another one of those worm snails. Oh, another jingle. So there is definitely goodies here. We're just going to have to hunt pretty hard. That's right, another worm snail. And another button snail. Whoa. All right, cool. Now we have two. A lace murex. Okay, it's relatively beat up. It's not really lacy, but I don't know what kind of day I'm going to have, so I'm going to keep that anyway. And here is a juvenile Florida fighting conch. Pretty little yellow guy, or orange. Okay, cool. A gaudy nautica, also known as a colorful moon snail. Does have a little mark on the front, but that's okay. Definitely a keeper. Woohoo! Is that just, yeah. Just a piece. Got to make sure though. Not going to assume, but there we have a whole one. That's another lightning whelk. That little weight stuff should come off. And a turkey wing. That's in great shape. All right, cool. Got ourselves a turkey wing. And there was definitely stuff in the water like this olive. All right, there's like little marks on the back of it, but that's okay. It is a fine lettered olive. And I love shelling in the water like this. It's not all that easy to kind of capture because, by the time you see the shell and you go to grab it, it's already been moved, but I love that kind of shelling. I love the challenge. Looks like I got myself yet another olive. They tend to roll a little bit different, so they're kind of a bit easier to pick out than some of the other things that are rolling around. Okay, cool. Nice lightning whelk. Let's get rid of that seaweed. Oh, that's a great find. Really happy to add that to my collection. And now I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let you have your beach time. Now I do tend to zigzag. I'm on the beach, I'm in the water, I'm in the beach, in the water, and in the water, I found this lovely big old bay scallop. Awesome find. And a horse conch. Woohoo! Looks like I got a little grabby, but I managed to find a little horse conch. It's not a big one, but that's all right. I did find my big one, so I'll be happy with this little guy. Ooh, another little lettered olive. And they're all blonde, like the ones I'm finding, they're all very light. There's a calico clam, a bubble, and one of those West Indian worm snails. Cool. Now I wasn't finding too many critters in the water, but here we have one of our ospreys. They're kind of talking to each other, enjoying the morning. Uh-oh. And so I'm keeping an eye on the horizon. And there's weather out there, so I'm kind of in a conundrum because I wanted to go snorkeling, and this is the area I wanted to go, but it's not looking great. Definitely not going to go snorkeling over here. Clearly states dangerous current, so I will not be going over there. I will be going over there. So I'll just kind of wait, see what I can find in the meantime before I can go snorkeling. All right, looks like I see a Florida fighting conch. Nice and clean. Lovely shell. I'll go ahead and keep that. All right, looks like there's more goodies. Oh, an alphabet cone. All right, it's not in perfect shape, but still a very, very cool find. It apparently needed to repair itself at some point. Not perfect. It's okay. I'm going to keep it. And oh, this one was such a bummer. Look at how gorgeous it is on the underside. And it's nice and big, but it's broken. So I just want to admire it. Leave it where I found it. So at this point, I figure, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get in the water. Get while the getting's good. Okay, Florida fighting conch with a big hole in it. Not terribly exciting. All right, see some other stuff. Another, all right, a broken Florida fighting conch. A ponderous arc. Another broken Florida fighting conch. So I was getting tossed around. It was really, really turbulent. And I was having a tough time seeing anything. The stuff I was finding, okay, lettered olive. You know, I was pretty much finding the same stuff on the beach. So I gave it a good old try, poked my head up, and there's all sorts of weather. And so I'm like, all right, it's probably, I'm not being very productive. I'm not really finding stuff in the water anyway. I really wanted to try though. So I had figured I'd get back out and just do what I was doing before, kind of walk along in the water, see what I could find in the surf, on the beach. Oh, I was bummed though. I wanted to try the snorkeling. And look, I did try, but it just was not a good day. Next thing you know, that little storm at the end of the island is gone. So it's, if anything, the weather is definitely unpredictable. Oh, bummer. A broken alphabet cone with fantastic color. Oh, well. Oh, well, what could have been? Right. Oh, look at this. Isn't that awesome? Florida fighting conch, but its base color is white. Or there's a lot of white in it. I just think that that shell is really, really pretty. Very unusually colored. Definitely going to keep that. And an apple murex. Well, hi there. Nice size, nice color, pretty decent shape. All right, cool. Got ourselves an apple murex and a giant Atlantic cockle. Some of those can be quite lovely, relatively common. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Oh, well, I had to check. That's just a piece of a lightning whelk. I had to make sure the whole thing wasn't there. Now, there's a little lightning whelk, albeit a tiny bit up, but here we have another one. Now, that is a really beat up Gaudy Nautica, and I would only know that because of those markings on kind of the back of it. So that is Gaudy Nautica. That is a rose petal talon, a rather large one, although not all that pink. It's okay. Ooh, a bay scallop. All right, cool. Nice color and nice shape on that one. Another lettered olive. He's got some cool markings. See some M's and W's in there. Cool. And a lightning whelk. Gosh, we found a lot of lightning whelks today. Very cool. Oh, what do I see? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, that's a Florida fighting conch. Oh, it's beautiful. Some of them really get me. I mean, most of them kind of do, honestly. I can't help it. I think that's awesome. Definitely keeping it. Another lettered olive. Again, see how they're very, very light? I do prefer the dark ones, but these are nice. I'm going to keep them. Oh, and I was hoping that was a albino Florida fighting conch, but no, it's just kind of a real beat up one. Oh, well. Another lightning whelk. Yep, no shortage of lightning whelks today. No big ones, but that's okay. Nice pretty little ones will do. And a calico scallop. Lovely little shell. And what do we got here? Okay, another lightning whelk. So I kind of found this spot and there was a bunch of stuff there. Okay. So I figured, all right, what's going to happen? Let's just do a whole handful. Now it's not, doesn't always work. And let's see what's in there. Guys, there's 2 top snails in there. All right, let's get rid of some of those other shells. And we just left with 2 top snails. That never works. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say never. Sometimes it does. Do a big old grab. We got 2 top snails. So of course I'm going to try it again. Anything good in there? Be real careful, kind of poke around, and nah. Yeah, I got lucky with that first grab. Okay, Florida fighting conch. A piece of lightning whelk. Let's look at the condition. Oh, darn it. He's a little bit chewed up. Still kind of pretty, though. Look at that rain. All right, so it is raining out there. I'm keeping an eye on things, especially the lightning. Always be wary of the lightning. Oh, now that used to really tease me, but that's okay now because I finally got mine. A big horse conch. So we're marching back up toward the entrance. The rain is not going to let us stay here all that much longer. And before we go, I definitely want to show you my favorite part of Lover's Key. Now, you might miss this depending on where you're coming in. So let's take a look at where we are. So here, that's Lover's Key State Park. And then that's the parking area there. And I traversed out to the beach, a little bit of a walk. You can take the tram. And then we walked down to the south end, did a little bit of snorkeling, kind of checked things out. So that's where we were. Now at this point, I'm kind of back at the entrance. There's parking, there's us. We're walking up the beach. And so you might miss this area if you weren't familiar with it, if you're not familiar with the beach. So you kind of got to go away from the shells to this area. And it's just beautiful with these dead trees on the beach. This is my favorite part. It's lovely. Not going to find a lot of shells here. You might find a shell or two. I like the south end of the island, but this is just the most beautiful part of the island, in my opinion. And when you see it, when the sun is out, it's just spectacular. I shot this back in May, so this is not from today. This is a different day I was here. And I just love this area so much. I did the same little walk. I filmed it, and I just love it. I think it's really, really beautiful. If you look up Lover's Key State Park, you're going to see the tree stump, and we'll make our way over there because it's just decorated with shells. It's just really, really beautiful. Great place to take pictures. So here we are. This is today. We're doing this walk, and we're going to make our way over to that tree stump. Is it famous? I don't know if I'd call it famous, but if you're from the area and you've been to Lover's Key a few times, you probably are very familiar with this stump. People decorate it with shells. And there's a special little thing tucked in there today. See if you can find it. There's a pineapple. Someone left a pineapple there. Oh man, I love Florida. So that, in my opinion, is one of the more beautiful parts of Lover's Key. So if you do go there, you want to take some nice pictures, head on where I showed you. You're going to go to the entrance and you're going to make a right. And look, somebody else left an orchid. Yep, with the whole container and everything. Look. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. So hopefully if you do make your way over here to Lover's Key State Park, you'll be able to enjoy the shelling on the south end of the island. Maybe you'll get to do a little bit of snorkeling. Who knows? But if you want to see those beautiful trees, you're going to have to walk up a little bit more north. So this is what we ended up with. Summer shelling can be a little bit slow, but we still managed to find some goodies. We have some of these lightning whelks. Great day for lightning whelks. 2 of those Gautinauticas. We got a couple of bivalves, the turkey wing and that bay scallop, those 2 button snails, the 2 top snails, which were cool. A couple jingles, some of those worm snails, bunch of those olives, all that light color, very strange. The alphabet cone, which is kind of cool, and some of those Florida fighting conchs were really, really pretty. And then my Murex apple lace, and then my horse conch. So it was a fun day. It wasn't what I expected. It was cut a little bit short. I wished I would have been able to do a little bit of snorkeling, but, at least productive snorkeling. But thank you guys for coming along. Special shout out to my Patreons. You all are awesome. I love you to pieces. Next week, super duper fun time we're going to have. We're going to take a kayak over back to 10,000 Islands, do some shelling and some sandbars. So hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday.